Yeah, it's DJ Marc B, and you know I'm rocking with HustleHearted.
Okay, we're here with Marc B.
Yeah.
I want to start off by asking you, where are you from?
I'm from Augusta, Georgia. Grown up and raised. I probably came to Atlanta when I started college, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. So,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Augusta, that's where I'm raised from. That's where I know. You know what I'm saying? Been there. I lived in the Virgin Islands for a few years. People think I'm from. I don't know where people think I'm from. Just probably because I'm light skinned. But other than that, yeah, I'm from Augusta.
Okay. So, how did you start DJing?
I used to throw house parties in Augusta. So like when my parents used to go out of town, you know what I'm saying, we used to throw like wild ass house parties, bring the whole school out, shit like that. And then when I came to Atlanta, I was like, niggas making money off it, you know what I'm saying? I already slick like this, so I just put my effort into that while going to school. And then, you know what I'm saying, kind of double that up.
Okay, so how did you get into producing?
After I kind of got like real lit with the DJing, I feel like it was just something more for me to learn. I feel like just me being in school, DJing got to the kind of point where I was comfortable with where I was at and what I've learned. So I felt like it was just more I needed to learn. Producing gave me a bigger avenue, and I'm still learning at that. So.
Okay. So, is it hard doing both, or do you just produce now?
No, I do both. Really, you know what I'm saying? Kind of dip and dabbing. So like here, I'm producing right now, and then I'm finna go to the studio tonight. So, hell yeah, it's hard. But I feel like shit would rather it be hard than you not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can pick what you want.
Right. So do you enjoy one over the other, or you enjoy them equally both?
Right now, I probably like producing a little bit more. I think producing is forever. I think DJing is temporary. As far as like you could get a name, you know what I'm saying? Unless you like real lit, depending on what DJing, but most DJs who lit, they good with producing. So I look at it like that.
Okay. So, we heard you change the culture of GSU basketball.
Yeah.
DJ during the 2015-2016 season.
Yeah.
Can you explain that experience for me?
I think I was. I don't think we had any kind of musical vibes at Georgia State, other than like one campus like thing called Plaza. But other than that, we didn't have no really like music behind anything. So I think I kind of like was already slick on some working with athletics. So I was like, hey, let me just DJ the games and stuff. And so I was doing that for probably like 5-6 games for free, all that type of stuff. Then they was about to fire me because I think like 2 games before that they heard a cuss word or something like that. People was complaining. They're serious. They about to fire me. So I'm like, the next game was the Georgia State game, and I was like, I gotta go crazy. 1, because the game about to be loaded, and then 2, you know what I'm saying, people was gonna be like, they was gonna fire you. So I'm like, all right, bet, let's turn it up. So we did that game, and it was like packed from the bottom all the way to the top. Georgia State games don't get like that ever. So kind of did that. We did kind of like this little swag surfing thing with it, and then it just went viral after that. And then after the game, like I think we was down 6 points before I did that. We came all the way back to win. They actually hit the game winner, but then they shot it after the buzzer. But then they came back and won. So yeah, after that, man, everything just started opening up, football games, like little stuff like that. But then at the same time, I think us being so crazy and us being so lit, we fucked up everything, but we gave opportunities too, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. What's some of your favorite places to DJ?
Hole in the Wall, I loved it. That's probably my favorite spot, just because I feel like it's a little bit of kind of the people I grew up with and kind of the newer people. So it's like I could go old school, you know what I'm saying, type Frankie Beverly and shit like that, more even like Jodeci and things like that. And then I could still go into the Baby and Meg Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I could get both vibes of that. So that's probably one of my like favorite places. I really like DJing everywhere because I like taking people out of their element. So I like to go in the hood and, you know what I'm saying, go into the street spots and DJing there, and then to see if we get different reactions and stuff like that. So yeah, but probably Hole in the Wall, probably my favorite right now.
Okay. So how was it DJing for 21 Savage's set at Rolling Loud? What was that experience like for you?
I like Rolling Loud. I love Rolling Loud. My first Rolling Loud, I fucked up completely. So I think I did 3 Rolling Louds since then, and probably every one been good. But this one was different because the live band. So for us to just like, for him to go on stage and us do a perfect performance as far as what kind of I expected from him, like I mess with it because we don't, you know what I'm saying? We be dipping and dabbing with rehearsals and shit like that just to figure it out how we gonna do a set. So just for us to go out there and kind of do a whole completely different set and for us to get it right in front of 20, 30,000 people, you know what I'm saying? That's dope. That's how I looked at it.
Okay. So can you name some of the artists that you produced tracks for?
Rio, Tip, Nudie, PD Escobar, Kendall, Childish Major, Doe Boy, Young Ma, Lil Quill, 5 AM, Shunny. It's probably a few more people I'm missing, but those kind of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? And there's a few other people, but people find that out eventually. You know what I'm saying? When time elapse.
Okay. So what's it like producing for those artists? Is it all like hands-on in the studio, or is it?
Me, majority, I like to be hands-on. I'm not really just like, I don't like to send 5 beats. I feel like doing that is just, one, you limited yourself, and then you just, it's like trying to roll a dice. Not even try to roll the dice, it's trying to like win on a scratch off. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, that one you might get it. He might be in that vibe, he might not be in that vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather just like, hey, let's link up, let's get in the studio, come through. I like to really do my own shit and bring people through, because I feel like that's more, we could get the vibe of what you in now, what you kind of looking for, because I feel like I make so much shit. I'd rather know what you looking for than kind of just, now certain people and certain times I get it. You know what I'm saying? People be busy, your schedules might not link up. You just got to roll the dice sometimes, but me working with those artists, it was kind of more hands-on, like, bro, let's link up, I'll push up, whatever you gotta do, especially if we in Atlanta, like, it ain't nothing but a drive away. So I feel like, no, I definitely like being more hands-on. I don't like really sending beats like that.
Okay, so what's it like getting attention from fellow producers like Marc B made it?
I knew, well, the funny thing about all that is, like, a lot of them people I knew before me producing, and I don't really want to, I'm just the type, I like to do my own thing, so it's like, whatever I work on, and I know you from, I'm gonna kind of communicate with you from what I know you from. I'm not finna shove kind of things in your face until you kind of recognize what's going on. Like, I feel like a lot of people recognize what's going on, but they don't try to see it, just because they might be in a certain position or this, and I don't discredit them. I feel like those people, they just gotta, just me being around, I know they got 100,000 things to deal with. So when it's the right time, people gonna know. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I knew Mike from just me DJing. So I just appreciate Mike, just how he used to mess with me from DJing. So anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just respect. I feel like half of it is like, them dudes legends, you know what I'm saying? Not the other people just in my eyes. So I just feel like after you get past that part, man, they just cool ass people, really. You know what I'm saying? So just like to know Mike, to see him on a different level other than other people see him at, it's just, I look at that as a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So anybody from just like Mike to Pierre to any of them dudes, they just cool ass people, I think, at the end of the day.
So what's your relationship like with 21 Savage?
Me and Savage, we good, 100% good. You know what I'm saying? We get to the points where we're kind of in a set. I feel like we challenge each other at points. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what any DJ should do, but I feel like just the fact that I used to mess with him before he was big and before he got to kind of where he's at now, that it's just so seamlessly. You know what I'm saying? We could seamlessly go on stage communicate what we need to do, what we don't need to do. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, it's like I'm more of a I like to chill. I like to sit in the background. I like to soak stuff in. I don't like to put a lot of energy before I know what's going on. So it's like I think we both, in some ways, that same type of person. We like to really look at our environment, look at our energy, look who around us, and then when we see that, then we, you know what I'm saying, kind of express ourselves. You just got to know how to move before you just kind of do what you want. I feel like people move too fast sometimes. So, you know what I'm saying, that's how our kind of relationship is.
Okay. Let's get into your recent project, HotBoyz.
Yeah.
How was the process of making it and getting artists like Doe Boy, Young Mile, and Lil Quill?
I think it was I already knew Mal and Quill because I fucked with some of Mal shit kind of before we even started. I was just Mal so hard to me. You know what I'm saying? I started fucking with Quill around the same time too. I was just like, bro, like they really like got something going. You know what I'm saying? Then they got probably signed like a couple months after that. You know what I'm saying? And I was still fucking with them just on some DJ shit back in then though. So it was probably like a year and a half ago I was fucking with them. Just on some, hey bro, I'm spinning y'all shit in the club, bro. This shit hard, shit tough. And back then I was like real heavy in the clubs in Atlanta. So I was like the young nigga. You know what I'm saying? Doe Boy, Cray was my partner in Cleveland. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? I was fucking with Cray heavy, and then Cray was fucking with Doe Boy. So, you know what I'm saying? That kind of linked up. That kind of made sense. You know what I'm saying? And I just fucked with Doe Boy. Cray got locked up and shit like that. Me and Doe Boy just stayed in touch. I started producing and shit. I think Doe Boy came to Atlanta. I got Doe Boy on a few beats. I think the first song was Poppin' Shit, and the other song was Run Through It. That's the first, and then I ended up linking with Mal. I said, damn, nigga, Doe Boy got on this song, hop on this song, this shit hard. He ain't finished the second verse. Mal was like, bet, and then that's when I linked them two up, and they was like fucking with each other. You know what I'm saying? Then I came back, and I was like, Tip, they need nigga on this, boom, hop on this song. And then he was like, bet, and then so I was like, that shit hard, how about we all do a tape? You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, instead of y'all just putting it behind y'all name when y'all really just on 3 different camps, y'all got 3 different shits going on. We just combine it and do some shit like that. So that's why I wanted to do the kind of like mixtape, but I wanted to put all my beats around it. You know what I'm saying? To kind of make it like my project, but kind of centered around the sound. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just like, oh, an album full of everything. I wanted to be like, oh, I fuck with that, and I wanted to gravitate all them fans, not to say who's better than who, to say, damn, these 3 dudes made a project together and it sounds cohesive, when they really wasn't in the studio like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like that project so hard, just on, you know what I'm saying, the sense that we had to flip things. We had to work. Doe Boy live in Cleveland. I had to send him some shit. Like we had to, hey, we in the studio today. Like it was really slick. It wasn't hard because I feel like everybody fucked with each other. You know what I'm saying? Which made it kind of easier. But I felt like some shit it just had to be flipped around. Like the Run Through It song was a completely whole different beat, but it just sounded horrible to me. So I had to switch beats. I had to make sure Doe did. You know what I'm saying? It was hard though, but I just already knew just the fact that those 3-4 people had so much potential, it was gonna be hard regardless. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it really came about.
So how long did it take to make the project?
Well, it took probably like I say to actually do the project 3 months, 2 months, but then it get extra. You know what I'm saying? Like clearing shit, like not even clearing it, just like me, I'm just a person like Doe Boy, I don't want no money, you could just do it, bro, like on some shit like that. But I'm like, bro, I want to make sure I'm not the nigga that be like, bro, just give me all the money, I'm good on that. Like, bro, let's figure out what makes sense, whatever. If it work, I already know it's hard, so if it work, you know what I'm saying, let's do this, you know what I'm saying. So I kind of like just made sure everybody, that took a little minute, you know what I'm saying, shooting videos, trying to get all 3 of them together, that took a minute, trying to get like, so I think to just do the music probably took like 2-3 months. To get all the other shit took like 3 more months, but then to get it all centered around where they didn't have projects dropping with each other, and probably took like 3 more months. Then Savage shit happened, and Savage dropped his album. Like, so it probably took like a year to get the whole shit out, and that's a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? So, but it eventually came out, and I feel like people fucked with it. I feel like it was different. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it made sense. I feel like it grew people on to another artist where they might have not known them. So the people.